Hey guys, what's up? This morning I started scrolling through TikTok as I often do. I was taking some notes, I was trying to figure some stuff out, having some more migraine issues. And so I was looking at more the fitness side of TikTok, and I've got a lot of TMJ issues, and that gets into a lot of stretching and a lot of anti-aging stuff. Anyway, I found this channel, this guy, Spartan Dad. And this is not a collab or a paid promotion or anything, but I started watching his videos and I was fascinated. So he is all about anti-aging, longevity, feeling your best, and not just getting fit to look hot, but getting fit to, and he's super fit, but getting fit to be able to move and function and enjoy your life. And I thought about that a lot. It happened maybe 12 years ago. We were with a relative who was not old enough, in my opinion, to be in the condition that they were in physically. And a lot of it had to do with kind of giving up. Like there would be an injury, and then physical therapy would give them exercises, and they'd be like, well, what's the point? I'm so old anyway. And this person was in their 60s. Now, I am 53, so I am approaching 60 pretty quickly. It's going to be here way before I know it. And if I'm 60 and I'm given some exercises to do to help further my mobility and my longevity, then you can bet your ass I'm going to be doing them, because I don't want a cane, a walker, a wheelchair in my 60s or my 70s, or Lord willing, in my 80s or 90s. I want to be able to sit down and get up, and I don't want to lose my balance. And I want to be able to lift things out of the cupboard, and I want to be able to go shopping, and I want to be able to reach up and grab something off the shelf. And I just want to be more independent and healthy, and I want to enjoy my life. I want to travel. And you guys have probably heard me tell the story about going to the lighthouse and trying to go up the ladder. There was like a ladder, and it was cautioned that like smaller children or elderly people or people that were not physically able could not go up to the light and like look around. And going up to that point in the lighthouse, not very exciting, but when you get up near the lens and you look around and you see the 360 views of the ocean and everything that is Pembroke Point, it is heavenly. And I was like, thank God we can still do this, and I want to be able to do this. I don't want this to be like the last year that I can climb up the lighthouse. I want to be able to do this for years to come. So anyway, watching the video, and he made a couple of interesting points. One was about habits in society. If society were to mirror your habits, like what would we be like as a society if everyone had the habits that you have? Like if you tend to sleep in, or whatever you do, like how would society function if everyone mirrored that habit? If everyone did what you did, would it thrive? Would it survive? What would it be like? So that was an interesting point. The second point, which is the one that I kind of want to focus on right now, is if yourself from 5 years ago met yourself from now, would they be impressed by you, or would it depress them? Like, what would they think of where you're at now? And so it's an interesting coincidence, because I'm retiring from my current job, my day job as an administrative assistant. I'm going full-time on OnlyFans. This is my 5th year on OnlyFans. So 5 years ago, I was 47, 48 years old, and I was starting my OnlyFans. I was in the process of getting divorced. I had just stopped being a full-time wife and mother to go full-time into the workforce again after years of homeschooling and being a wife. And going back into the workforce, I was working at a 10-hour-a-week part-time job, and I went full-time with that company. That was 5 years ago. I've been with the company for 13 years, but in a very small 5 to 10 hours a week capacity before that, and then went full-time. So I've been full-time there for 5 years. I've been on my OnlyFans for 5 years. I had to pay for the divorce, the debt, the whatever. So this is where we were 5 years ago. My marriage fell apart. It was a very toxic marriage, divorce, the whole not at all amicable. So I lost a lot. I got some of it back, but I lost a lot up front. I lost everything. We're talking about freezing accounts and taking things and taking assets and hiding assets and the whole 9 yards. So our retirement, our life insurance, our savings account, anything that we had gone in his name, taken, frozen. I couldn't touch anything. Started working full time, had to save up for my own lawyer. Ended up paying child support because I made so much money on OnlyFans the first year that his lawyer went after that money. He was my ex-husband was kind of an underemployed guy for our whole marriage. And so 5 years ago, my whole world was falling apart and I was starting over again. So fast forward 5 years, I've been working full-time as an administrative assistant. I am on multiple platforms online. I am off the 8 psychiatric prescriptions that I was on during the last 2 years of my marriage. I am off all of those medications. All of the diagnoses that they gave me, with the exception of ADHD, I have that, I own that, but all of the other diagnoses that I received have been completely reversed. It was all just the medication, the marriage, the relationship, the amount of stress that I was under that was causing my physical problems, my mental problems, my emotional problems, my spiritual problems, my problems, all my problems. So here I am 5 years later. I am healthy. I am not taking all of the 8 medications that I was taking. I eat better. I work out. I am happy. I'm content. I have a better relationship with my family, with my children, with my dad, with my sister, with my brother. You know, everything is better now than it was 5 years ago. And I have found someone else that is a much better partner for me. And we are true partners in the sense that we support each other, we take care of each other, and we trust each other. So my current relationship is completely the opposite of my last relationship. And my health is better. I have been sober for 2 years, and I'm just feeling good overall. And that started me thinking the vast improvements from 5 years ago to now. If today's self meets me 5 years from now, what is that person going to think? What am I, current day, going to think of what I've done with the next 5 years? And I can't wait to find out, because I'm leaving my day job in January, celebrating my 5 years on OnlyFans, going full-time online, but I'm also pursuing educating myself on the field that I'm interested in and looking for a new direction to move into. I am engaged, like I said, so I plan to be married in the next 5 years. There's some stuff happening with my home that I'm not in right now that I'm supposed to get back in a year. So in the next year, there's going to be huge changes in the next year. But 5 years from now, there's going to be even more changes. I'm really hoping more travel. We have one trip planned right now to Miami in the spring, and I'm hoping for many more trips and things like that. Yeah. So I guess I just wanted to say Spartan Dad inspired me to think not just where have I been in 5 years, but to also think, like, where am I going in 5 years? What am I going to do with that? Because the other question at the end of the video was, what are you going to do about that? So whatever that answer was, would your self from 5 years ago be sad to see you like that or happy to see you like that? Would they be impressed or depressed? And what are you going to do about that? And that made me really think, what am I going to do about that? And so I'm just looking for inspiration, and I'm finding it in a lot of different places lately. And I hope that I can be part of an online community that provides inspiration and helps each other, supports each other. And that's about it. I just wanted to pop on and say that. So if you're not following Spartan Dad, look for him on all of his socials. Not tagging or anything. I don't want, because of what I do with OnlyFans and things like that, I don't want to connect myself to him. He's probably happily married and all that. I don't want to get anyone in trouble. But I did enjoy his videos. He is super fit and truly inspiring. So I hope you guys are having a great Saturday, and I hope that this little reflection helps you to think about where you've been and where you want to go in your life. Take care, guys. I love you.